All right, attack after attack after attack. The left keeps coming after President Trump's nominees. Doesn't seem to bother anyone, though. But Americans aren't buying into it at all. Look at this poll. A new poll shows 55% give the transition a thumbs up. New York Times headline. The onslaught now becoming an afterthought, with President Trump doubling down on his support for our good buddy Pete Hegseth as SecDef, as Hegseth and other nominees will not stop coming and are doing great in one-on-one sessions, according to all reports. So who will have the toughest time? Who will have the easiest time? Let's ask a man in the middle of the fray, fresh off a trip to Mar-a-Lago, Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma. Senator, great to see you. Your thoughts about how it's going so far as the nominees blitz the Senate?
It's going great. I mean, one thing the reporters keep asking us in the halls is, do you think they're moving too fast? I'm like, Brian, how in the heck could they be moving too fast? I mean, the American people want a change, and we have something that we've never had before. We have an incoming administration that's been there and done that. And so when he started putting forth his nominees, they hit the ground running. His transition team, it knows exactly what needs to happen. They've got Pete, they have Tulsi, they have Cash, they have Bobby Kennedy. They have them all in the halls meeting with senators, taking the fight out of the media's hands, not allowing the media to dictate the opinion, but actually going in and sitting down with each senators in their office, and they're winning. There isn't one single Republican that has been on record saying they're going to vote no for any of President Trump's nominees. That's huge.
Well, and that's what Susan Collins and Murkowski, famed moderates in the past. Let's talk about this. So Fox did a poll and they said, would you confirm Donald Trump's following nominees? Top of the list is RFK. He's got strong yes and strong no's. Rubio second, Bondi, then comes Noam, Gabbard, Patel, Bessent, and Hegseth. In Scott Bessent's case, a lot of people just don't know him. We're getting to know, the country is getting to know Pete Hegseth better. You mentioned to me that Hegseth's really coming on strong in the one-on-one sessions, right?
Oh, absolutely. Pete is killing it in the meetings because he doesn't shy away from the tough questions. And I hear from senator after senator that meets with him and says, "Man, we enjoyed that meeting." He took the questions head on, and so I'm excited about the American people being able to hear him answer these questions when we have a hearing for him January 9th in the Senate Armed Service Committee. I believe the Democrats are going to come out swinging. They're going to try to just throw literally everything at Pete. But what they're going to see is a guy that knows how to handle the questions because he's already faced them. You're going to see a combat veteran that understands what it's like to be under fire, and they're not firing live shots at him. They're literally just firing words at him. He's going to be composed, and he's not only going to be able to win over the American people, but I'd be real surprised if he doesn't win over some from Democrat Senate votes, too.
You said they're going to have the hearing 7th, 8th, and 9th. 48 hours later, they'll have additional hearings. They're going to have votes hopefully on January 21st. When it comes to the actual agenda itself, I know you were just talking to the president. You got a small margin advantage in the House, a little bit more significant in the Senate. What's first, do you think, Senator?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is get the president's cabinet confirmed, and that's going to take a tremendous amount of time for the Senate just to walk through the process. We have to have a hearing, and then after we have a hearing, they got to wait at least 48 hours before we can actually have a vote in the committee. After they get reported out of the committee, we have to get floor time scheduled. We have to have 2 votes, one for culture and then one for actual the confirmation. That's a minimum of 10 hours. So it's going to take a day each person to get them through. After we get through the nomination process of just the cabinet, that isn't the undersecretaries or the other roughly 1,400 individuals we got to do. Then we got to start on reconciliation. Reconciliation is where we can get a lot of stuff done. The question is, do we do it in 2 packages or do it in 1? 2 packages for the Republicans haven't happened since Newt Gingrich was in office. So it's a very difficult process. So the question and the discussion is, do we go ahead and go out and get some wins on the border and on energy? Secure the border and bring down the cost of goods by bringing down energy, because we all know energy is the backbone of the economy, and goods fluctuate that way. Or do we try to package it all together and do taxes at the same time? If we were to package it all together, about the fastest we could possibly get done with the first package would be maybe the end of March, and that's being pretty aggressive.
Senator Mullin, thanks so much, and how busy you are. Thanks for the quality time this Saturday night.
Brian, appreciate you.